Hey guys, it's Roota Mittal here. Welcome to my channel. Today we have Nick Mishra or Anindya Mishra. He loves going by different names, but he is one of our students of Marketing Accelerator Academy. He owns an agency here in India and he's killing it. He's doing awesome. He's working with awesome clients all around the world. He's doing consulting and he also has a team of people helping him. So, Anindya, thank you so much for coming in, sharing your experience with us. I'm so excited for what you are going to share with us today.
Okay. Hi guys and hi Ruta. It's so awesome to share this interview and thank you for inviting me here for it. I think we have been back and forth for about a year, like when I was in course and then it's today.
Yeah.
It's good to have face-to-face conversation with you right now and like help people out with whatever I have gained experience in. And yeah,
I know it's super motivating for people inside MAA and also people who are not in MAA but like are wanting to start on this journey to, see a success story and kind of see themselves in you and your story. So I hope, it's inspiring for everyone today. So to get us started, can you tell us a little bit about your background, your education and career, when you joined MAA, and what do you do now currently?
right. So before like joining MAA, by education, I'm a computer software developer. So we have 80% of our journeys similar.
Same.
Yeah, I'd say. So
Yeah.
we both are computer software programmers by education. So I was also into corporate all the 4 years of my education. The college education, I was doing some sort of entrepreneurial, things here and there, but somehow they didn't work out. But after having the education done, I got a job in a very good company. It was paying, the pay was real good.
Wow.
So another reason why it took me longer than
It's
usual.
tough. It's tough for sure.
Yeah, so I only planned to like have the job only for like 2 to 3 months. It wasn't a plan for me to continue that thing, but when you start the money starts to come in. It's the first pay that you get. You
Yeah.
kind of get hooked to it, so it's
Yeah.
difficult to quit then. But yeah, I continued with it, and within like 7 to 8 months, it was done for me. So actually, I quit my job then. I was already like having a plan what I'm going to do after that, and I was in these meanwhile the salary work that was coming in, I was investing in myself, in the education, in the courses, in the books, and all of that. And 7 months into my job, I quit it, and I
That's
burned the
awesome.
bridges. That's the phrase that you use for yourself. I have picked that up and I use it for mine as well.
Yeah.
So I burned the bridge. It was 5 a.m. in the morning. It's a funny story, but it's 5 a.m. in the morning on 1st January. So I quit
Wow.
it. The new year started very bang on for me that year.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was 2018, so it started like hell. So yeah, the plan that I had, I started executing on it. I was having my own e-commerce stores before this, so I was doing through that, and it's especially like I have burned so much money with Facebook ads and social media and all of that stuff that now I understand, and that's the pain point that I want to solve for any student that's there, or maybe any business. That yeah, there is no need if you take help of the right people and you are at the right place where a community, a certain specific person is going to help you and pull you up to that stage where it's not actually needed for you to waste money.
Yes.
So yeah, so I had my e-commerce stores. People started asking for help if I posted some results somewhere. So that's how people started reaching out to me, and it shifted from having my own e-commerce stores, which are now paused, they are all stopped, to now having an agency that deals with e-commerce. And your course was a pivot point in all of this, because I wouldn't be sitting here with an agency and people taking care of my work if it wasn't for the course. Yeah.
That is amazing. It makes me so happy to think of that. Also, so you're gonna complete 2 years of working for yourself, of being your own boss just now, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's actually completed. Being my own boss, yeah. With MA, I have been for more than uh, I think a month more than a year, like a year and plus 1 month. So I joined on October 7th. I remember the date,
Uh-huh.
uh, and it was really awesome. Like the experience has been phenomenal.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So I'm sure like you must have gone through some failures in your journey from like quitting your job, because everyone faces them. They're super normal. But it's just that people are so afraid of failure that they stop trying. So my job really is to normalize failure. Like everyone goes through that, we just have to normalize it and talk about it enough. Can you share one or two of your failures that you found in through the journey, and how you pushed through, and why you're grateful that you pushed through today?
Right. So failures are the part of learning. I mean, that's the thing that you cannot just avoid. If you are planning to avoid failure, it's not going to happen. The only thing that you can do is go prepared for it, so
Mhm.
that once the failure happens to you, you know your way out, and you have the right people standing by you, or the right kind of knowledge that you have gained all that past time that has prepared you to like persevere through that failure. So I told you, like, I burned so much money that it was practically impossible to invest into next thing. But since I was already prepared for it, I knew that this is a part of things. I'm going to burn. Either I can burn it, either I can invest it into courses which are going to teach me. There was no one to tell me that, so I went the wrong route. I first burned my money, got my hands burned, and then started. Okay, no, this is not the way to go. Let me take help from people who have done it, and then move back into this thing. So yeah,
Absolutely.
you have to avoid failures, and to avoid failures you have to be prepared for it. Invest into books, invest into courses, invest into your own personal learning, practical hands-on stuff, and that's going to only take you forward. And don't be afraid. Anyone who is going to be afraid of even starting, like, my first proposal that I sent out was absolute like horrible. Now if I go back and audit it, I'm not going to work for myself. So that's something that you don't be afraid. Like, people have to start, and once starting, they keep on improving upon stuff, and that's how they move forward. And for failures, like, my biggest failure has been like uh, investing so much money that I couldn't bounce back from it, and not recovering that money. So that has been the biggest one that I could like. And my family was there with me, my friends were there with me. Plus, since I was investing into the mindset part of the entrepreneurship even before I was into entrepreneurship, so that helped me understand, no, this is part of the journey, and this is one point in which, like, if I'm going to persevere through uh, in future, I'm going to look back at this point and I'm going to be happy that, yeah, I continued through it. And that's the same words that all the entrepreneurs are going to tell you. I think even you tell you your students that it's same, like, you have to persevere through, and in future you're going to look back and be proud of it.
Absolutely. I totally believe it. I feel like failure teaches you so much, and failure is basically testing you what you're made out of. And like, if you don't push through it, you won't get the future successes that await you. So like, it's great that you spent so much money, which didn't give you that much result, but you learned from it and you thought, oh, this doesn't work. Now let me try to do something else, which might be a better way, which is investing in someone who is 10 steps ahead of you, because that would have saved obviously a lot of your time, energy, and money also that you would have saved. However, you learned from it, and now you know better. And now obviously whenever you need to grow or learn something, you know that investing is so much better than trying to figure out all by yourself and wasting so much resources, including money, time, and energy, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you have to trust it. So many people say that you have to cut short. You can do it. Like, I wasted my money, I wasted my years, and during that part, if I would have invested into myself in learning first and then going ahead and implementing, Facebook ads prices were so less than that.
Oh God, yes. We
Yeah,
missed that time. That was such a sweet, sweet time.
yeah. I mean, that was the sweet spot when we got into all these things. But yeah, we
And that
wasted.
was also the time before Cambridge Analytica and all of the stuff happened, which made Facebook super strict. And basically Facebook went crazy after that with all of the bans and disapprovals, and like now advertising access banned on like even the profile level. So like it was a good time to do Facebook ads.
Yeah, even like currently one ticket is raised to recover an account which has got banned, a
Yeah,
client account.
yeah.
So it's difficult right now, but yeah, uh, that's the way to go forward. I mean, invest in your things, cut short that time period in which you're going to waste money, and you're going to figure it out yourself. And even then, you won't be having a structure. I mean, people, it's not wrong to learn from YouTube and all this that places, but you need to have some structure to it. And unless you're going to have structure to it, you're going to be rattling with questions in your head. जिनके answer like you're going to find one by one rather than having it all structured in one place and just having a like proper blueprint to implement forward.
Yes, absolutely. Overwhelm is like the enemy of progress. So,
Yeah,
like anytime you can save yourself from overwhelm, that would be great.
yeah,
Okay, so you work from home, I'm assuming.
yeah.
Okay, so how can aspiring freelancers or people who are currently freelancers, how can they be more productive while working from home? Because I know I used to struggle at the start. I don't anymore, obviously. But what is your favorite productivity hack that you use to focus while working from home?
Okay, so I'm a nerd. Like on this topic, I can talk all day, and I believe like you will relate so much to all these points because I know like you go for productivity and peak performance as an
Yes,
entrepreneur yourself.
optimization at the peak level. I love it. I love optimizing things and pushing it to the next level. Every day I'm like, okay, what can I do better in this and everything? But yeah, please go on.
Yeah, I know. I mean, once one part of a business is optimized, which is the result or whatever working is going on,
Yes.
it's only us that can take forward. So if we are not growing and improving ourselves, I think the business won't grow because whatever part you could have set up is now already set up. Now,
Yeah.
how to take it forward, improve yourself, and then improve the business again. So yeah, working from home has been the most challenging thing because it's nothing like you're having people to converse and bring your stress level
No,
down,
it's quite
motivate you. Yeah. So one thing that the first and foremost thing that I would say is leave your bed. I mean, that's not the place to work.
yeah.
I have my bed like I have two office spaces, one in the bedroom and one in the like the normal storeroom that I had. I transformed it into a workspace.
Mhm.
But yeah, the bed is not a place to work. Leave your bed. Have a proper setup of a table, of a chair, and then make it your workplace. That's your desk, just like in office. And that's when you're there, when you're in zone. Like uh, why temples are there? It's because those places give you a specific place to come and worship. You can worship from anywhere, but same thing with business and with working on as well. You have to have in a specific mind zone or you have to come to a specific place to work, have it your own home or have it a co-working space or anything. But if you're working from home, have a specific spot on which you sit. Maybe it could be even a dining table, maybe it could be a couch, but have a specific space allotted to like working, just
Yes.
that. And plus like for focus has been the biggest challenge because I'm horrible. I have OCD and being a very enthusiastic, very challenging kind of person. I want to tackle anything and everything that I see.
Yeah.
Focus is one thing that I worked on a lot and I struggled also. So three, four things is something that I would tell. Uh, Drink a lot of water. I think somehow I feel that it improves your confidence and your focus, how you're working. Plus, there is
Absolutely.
something called binaural beats, if people know about it. So, binaural beats help your mind go into a specific zone. So, whether it is for relaxation, whether it is for focus, or whether it is for like sleeping as well. So, for focus, I use binaural beats. Anyone can go to brain.fm,
Mhm.
and it's one of the best tools that I've come across for binaural beats. So, mute the music to like very low, like 2 or 4 points probably, and then start plug in your earphones and start working, and it's going to
Oh,
be
that is
like
very cool. I didn't know about that. That's a very cool tip for everyone.
yeah, just go to brain.fm and within 15 minutes, like they have a challenge that within 20 minutes or 10 minutes it's going to start working on you, and you just listen to music which is somehow superimposed in a way that they help you focus a lot, and
Yes.
you're going to definitely see like improvements.
Yeah.
Plus there is one thing that I learned from an entrepreneur who is in US, and they do it for themselves, and now I am seeing the progress using that. Incense candles or incense sticks that you have, they somehow help you focus a lot.
Yes.
So I still have one burning behind me, but anyone can try that. And
That or aromatic candles, because that really helps you relax as well as have that focus in mind. Absolutely.
yeah, and break down your day. I mean, if you're facing problem focusing or if you're in the initial stages, right now working for like 5 6 hours continuous without even getting from chair, it's easy for us. But when we started, it was really difficult. And
Oh God, yeah.
uh, the best way to tackle that, I think, is to break down your days into the and find out the time in which you are the most unproductive, and take them time off. Since you're already unproductive during that time, either don't work, or maybe change your location, change the surrounding that you have. That's going to help you a lot. I mean, doing the non-important stuff of laundry, or maybe taking a walk during that time, unproductive period, I think that's going to help you optimize your days. And yeah, I think being disciplined is one thing. uh, Without discipline you cannot even work from anywhere, whether it's office or it's co-working. So be disciplined. That's one thing. Yeah.
Absolutely. Those are some great points, Anindya. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, we could do another session for this where you are sharing your stuff, because I need to learn still a lot. It's still very young for me in the agency space, in the entrepreneur space. So I could learn a lot from you. So maybe we can have another video as well for that.
Absolutely, we can do it some other time, and
Yeah.
maybe I'll create a video on it too for you guys, for everyone watching. Because again, I'm also a nerd just like you in this, and like I also want to know what is my productive time. So a little bit about how I design my day is. I always plan my day beforehand. I actually plan my week beforehand, like in my, it's very simple, in my notepad, like in
Yeah.
my MacBook notes section of it. And I know my productive times. I know that I'm productive from 9:30 till 1:30. So like that's a 4 hour slot right over there. Super productive. I don't have to, I get up to stretch and things, because again, that is important. Otherwise you burn out super fast.
Yeah.
I hyperhydrate. I hydrate so much. I have 3 bottles on my desk right now. I fill them up first thing in the morning and then bring all of them. So I have like 3 4 bottles always filled up. I like drink so much water. But it's okay, you can like go to the washroom, you just work from home, so nothing weird about it. Oh god, you will notice such a huge difference in like your focus, your productivity, and like your well-being and health overall improves, and like all of your diseases go away which are ailing you. Because like water is so basic, and but still so many people ignore it, like wow. It's amazing. And then I have my lunch, and then I take some time off, because I know like after lunch I'm like a bit drowsy. So then I would take like some time off, and then have another slot from 3 to 7. That's what works for me. But yes, as you said, you need to find a soft spot. Some people are more productive early in the morning, some late into the night, but for me this is what works.
Yeah, and another quick thing like people can do this. I'm trying really a lot right now, because my last couple of days has been very like up and down in terms of focus. So what people can try is divide their work blocks into like 90 minutes of focused work without any disturbance, and then 20 minutes of rest. So after that 20 minutes, and plus like within that 20 minutes of rest, don't do anything. Like don't go on social media, don't have any screen time,
Yeah.
and that's what's going to help you. Maybe if you want, you can stare at something green if you have a garden or something, or maybe pull up some image.
Or
That,
have plants in your office like I
that's
have.
the best thing, I think. Yeah. I'm very not responsible with plants, so I'm not having that. But yeah, that's the best thing you can have plants, and don't have any screen time during that 20 minutes slot, and then go back to the 90 minutes of focused work. So that's going to really help.
Absolutely. And don't have notifications on your phone. Like that is gonna, like, context switching will happen. You're gonna switch to this and that and that. I have no notifications. Gmail, Instagram, Facebook, everything is zero notifications. Like
Yeah.
all the time. If I want to check it, I go and do it. It's basically a push mentality, not a pull mentality where you get pulled in via all the notifications. Like that's also super powerful.
Right.
Okay.
So I also do that.
I know we can go on and on
Yeah,
for this for hours, and we should totally
absolutely.
do another session about this.
Yeah.
But for now, how has Marketing Accelerator Academy helped you in becoming a successful freelancer?
Okay, it's like it has been a pivot point, as I told like in the beginning, because I didn't I knew like after burning so much money you do get to learn a lot, but with structure, no, absolutely not. I wasn't having any structure. I was just talking to people, and I was just working, maybe getting a couple of freelancing gigs, not having any pricing points, not having actual known stuff about copywriting as well, and then not coming across all the best entrepreneurs that Roota has brought me, to get to know. And also like Marketing Accelerator Academy provide me with the proper structure to go ahead, implement, and have a step by step. So now, like, you have modules on client onboarding, you have modules on client converting, finding them, and then also how to onboard them with proper documents. You have that. You have the pricing structure as well. So all of that was missing in my knowledge, and that was how, like, you have a structure for something, and that's going to, that's going to be a less burden on you, and then you can focus on actually implementing the stuff, like finding clients, onboarding them, so all of that. So that structure was missing for me. I got it from MA. Also, like, I was never into sales funnels and stuff, and that's, I think, the copywriting and sales funnels, I think, are the very high paying skills. And that got me to, like, MA got me to this thing, sales funnels and copywriting. So I was not good at words before that, but the resources that are there in the course, that helped me with the copywriting, and then slowly and slowly over time it improved. And yeah, the sales funnels and this, the third part, the most and the best and the USP that I would say was getting help directly from you. I think that was one of the confidence booster, and you yourself might not understand it, but I think that's the best thing about the course, I think. Getting answers directly from you, or even your okay stamp on people who have answered for me,
Yeah,
your stamp on, yeah, that's right.
yeah,
So that gives the confidence, yeah, this answer is correct, and I can move forward with it. Or maybe if the answer is not there, maybe the question hasn't got answered, waiting for another week, and in which the bi-weekly Q&A sessions are going to, like, as it is, answer it. So that's the best thing that I have got from it. Getting
that's
personal
amazing.
support, personal help from you.
Yeah, I know. And that's why again I keep saying, like, you go through YouTube videos, first of all, you're gonna miss structure, you're gonna have so much overwhelm. How many videos are gonna watch from how many people? And if people have questions, who are you gonna ask? Are you gonna ask the YouTuber or the content creator? No, right? We have like 24-hour coaching access in the group. So like anytime you post, we get back to you within 24 hours. Or if it's something huge and complicated, you wait for the bi-weekly Q&A, which is there, and I answer it for you. So it's pretty cool. It's super powerful, especially when you're a newbie and you don't know what's what, and you get stuck so easily. And
Yeah,
honestly, people who get stuck and don't get their questions answered, they cannot move forward, because again, this is hard. So it's tough to
right.
do it alone. You can do it alone, but like, why do it when it's gonna help fast track your success and save so much time and
Yeah,
energy?
you personally answering and all that support is almost like holding the hands of students and pulling them forward when they feel stuck at some point. So it's very helpful, and it's like the structure part. I would like put a time frame or a result to it to make people understand how important it is. I started my course on 7th of October last year, and within 5 days I completed the course, the entire course. So I think I was very, sitting on this course for the entire days, like 5 day period. And within first uh, 10 days, I found my client, the ideal client that the first client that I had. So
That's
within first, with that structure and all that knowledge that I'm saying, within first 10 days, I found the client. Then the conversation back and forth happened. And in the next like 15 days, 13 days period. So overall, like, uh, I'd say from joining the course, it was 18 days that I got my first paycheck, like from a client.
amazing. I did not know that. That's very cool.
Yeah, so that's what brings, like, that's what the structure brings you. Once you know what to do, you can straight go ahead and start implementing it. So that's very powerful. That powerful that you can get a client, like, in if you rightly implement it, you can get client within like a month, less than a month.
Absolutely. If you go ahead and implement, like, put your head down, trust the process, and like implement everything that is taught in the course and get help whenever you're stuck, you have such a high chance of being successful. That's amazing, in India. And so what do you usually charge your clients right now, like for different services? Again, I know it depends project on project basis. Obviously, I've taught you that. But like just a general range, so that people can know like what is the scope of marketing, and
Right.
people can know that how much can they actually earn, and will they be able to pay their bills full time if they do this full time.
Right. So for e-commerce, if you have to specifically ask me for e-commerce clients in India, they can easily pay you with moderate knowledge and just the power of like converting clients well. You can easily charge upwards of 30,000, 30,000 and above. So
30,000
right,
per month, right?
that's a retained amount. That's
Yeah,
yours
that's a
specifically,
retail. So
not
month after month after month. And that
right.
is just for Facebook ads, right? You're not doing the funnels for them, or you're doing the funnels for them.
Yeah, no funnels, nothing for that. I do consult on the website conversion
Yeah,
optimization
of course.
because our
But
results
that's
depend
a
on
part of the package. Like your expertise and consulting is a part of the package.
right. So Facebook ads are pretty much the entire stuff is included in the 30,000 package or whatever it is. We go now a little higher because now we are revamping the things and we are knowing that people can take more. But I know the agencies that are like servicing Indian clients and they are charging upwards of 80, 90,000 per month retainer for just bringing the results. So that's the scope of it, even in India. And $1,000 minimum you can charge anyone who is outside India. So thousand
Absolutely.
should be the bare minimum that you can go for, and you don't have to be hesitant because if you charge less and the client converts, you're going to kick yourself that you couldn't have asked for more. You could have,
Absolutely.
yeah,
And international clients know that they are paying for quality. So,
right,
like, if you charge less, they're actually not going to believe you and not going to trust you. Like, oh, if they are not good enough to charge their worth, then how are they going to actually help me? So, obviously, not your first line, maybe, but at least your second and third, when you have like some testimonials and some social proof, absolutely $1,000, $1,500 a month
right,
can be done for international clients, and from for Indian at the start a little bit, starting from like $500, 30,000 INR, as you said.
yeah.
Cool. And just like this, if you guys can like have obviously multiple clients, 3 to 4, like I think a freelancer who is working on their own without any team, how many clients do you think they can handle if they're just one person as a freelancer doing this?
Okay, so if you're not niching it down, like if anyone in the course is not niching them down, this is the kind of clients I only want, or this is the industry of clients that I only want to pick up, then they can take, I mean, e-commerce takes a lot, like it is very intensive in providing results. But in talking about e-commerce, you can go for like easily one person alone can handle three, four clients at minimum if you are also wanting to take time away for your family and for everything. Four clients are normally handled, and if you want to take up the lead funnels, the magnet pages, the funnel building part as well, or maybe the lead generation part as well, I think uh, it's 5 6 clients, yeah, easily you can handle it. So
Absolutely.
if you're charging like 30,000 multiplied by 5, I mean you're well off.
Yeah,
uh,
you're well off. You're well off. Absolutely. And plus, when you're at that stage where you're making that much, 1.5 to 2 lakhs a month, or if there are any international listeners, it's basically 4,000 to $5,000 a month. If you're making that, then it's the right time for you to hire the right people so that you can actually work with more clients and actually, expand your business. So that is amazing, Anindya. All right, last question. What would you advise anyone who is like on the fence, sitting on the fence for MAA Marketing Accelerator, and they're like, should I invest? Should I not invest? What should I do? What do you have to say to those guys?
Okay, so people who are just on the edge, I mean, you're considering this for something special, like you want to achieve something, and that's the reason that these feeds have, like these ads have popped up, Roota's ads and MA ads have popped up in your stream because you were into that process of finding something, finding the financial freedom, or maybe getting more out of the work that you're already doing and you're not satisfied with. So, there are a couple of things that you would already need if you want to join in on this journey. First is the knowledge, then a structure to apply that knowledge, and then take it forward and grow with it. Like you have achieved a level, and then where to grow from there. And I think these three elements are the key points of how to start with zero knowledge for a business, and then take it to something level, some level, good stuff happening for you. So I think all these three elements are there, and plus the personal help that you get from her is good, and it's going to really help you with the motivation stuff as well. So a mentor like will teach you something like, ठीक है, this is the work that you can do, this is the knowledge that you can implement, but also you will find very less people who are going to work on your mindset as well. and that is going to be, I'm telling you, like, it's going to be one of the key deciding factors whether you become successful or not. So someone, if there is someone who is working on your mindset as well, as providing you with the right knowledge and then taking you forward with that structure, and how like at any point if you're facing any problem, helping you with that problem as well. So I think all these elements have been here, and it's going to definitely provide you with something substantial on which you can work. Most courses are so highly developed that you cannot take the first step and you feel overwhelmed. But this course is like broken down into step-by-step modules, which are step one, step two, step three, and now the client onboarding and client finding module is also, I think, divided into actionable steps.
Oh, yes, we absolutely updated the Get Clients module with like a challenge format where you do one little thing every single day. So it is like an 18-day challenge right now. And I'm, of course, always expanding on it. I'm always updating the course. So, like, now it is like bite sized content that you can do. So there is like no overwhelm. It's like super simple. Do this today, tomorrow do this, and like so on and so forth. And like people are loving it, and people are getting so much, so many results from it. Yeah, so and of course, as Anindya said, mindset is so important, and that is why our very first module is about the mindset, because I know that is going to make or break your success as a freelancer and your success from the course. So you need the right mindset, and you should always keep working on it. But yeah, that sounds good. Anindya, thank you so much for talking to our people, whoever is listening. So if you are in MAA, you should absolutely look up to Anindya because he has done some great things. If you're not in MAA, come join us. We are an awesome bunch. You can actually click the link below and join us. Anindya, do you have any last minute thoughts?
I mean, if you're on the verge of joining MA, it's a super good community. We do have meetups as well. We had one.
Yes,
I
we
met
had
her with,
one, and we definitely should have more.
yeah. So if you want to feel belonged, I mean, everyone starts somewhere. I started with absolutely zero knowledge, and I got this community, and which it has been a phenomenal like help, as well as part of. Uh, uh, there are a couple of like great friends that I have that I have got from this course itself,
From
and
the
I know
course
them.
itself.
Yeah,
Amazing.
and I know them personally. Like, you see a couple of these interviews, like I know people who are working, like they are in Bangalore, they are in Mumbai, they are in Delhi, and I know them. So you're going to get friends who are also on the same journey. They are going to grow along with you. So you guys can share stuff, share with the other people in the community. So it's, yeah, learning along with the your belongingness. It's something that you get in MA.
Yes, and absolutely. In this journey, you want to have friends who understand what you're doing, because other friends who are not doing this won't understand the ups and downs you go through. Because trust me, there are going to be ups and downs. So with MAA, you get a community. And of course, if you want to, you can actually make friends. Everyone is super helpful. There is no competition over there. So this is great. Thank you so much, Anindya, for coming on and sharing your experience.
Thank you so much for having me for this interview. It was great, I mean.